I knew at some point I'll be making this type of video, did not think it was going to happen this week. Today we're going to be showing you guys the One Piece market that is absolutely taking off to the moon and is starting to look eerily now similar to Pokemon. Now this was always going to be the case, which is why I've been screaming from the rooftops, hey, get into One Piece now while you can. Get some cards now because at some point this market is going to take off. Now I actually thought this was going to happen at some point next year. I actually thought in 2026, maybe like February, March, around that time, it was going to be the way it is right now. It's happening now, and this was always going to be the case for a couple of reasons. Number one, Pokemon. All these people now that are coming in, investing into Pokemon, the investor bros, all this type of stuff, that energy is going to have to go from point A to point B at some point. It can't just stick to one card game. It was never going to be this way. And number two, because now shiny cardboard is not just shiny cardboard anymore, it's now a stock market. This entire market is now predicated and looked at like cryptocurrency or like any other stock market. It has ups, downs, flows, and all that kind of stuff, which is why I make these videos to try to make sure that you guys are at least one step ahead, or that you at least have the accurate information. And today's video, we're doing another market video, but this is going to be a Thursday market video because I was not expecting to make this video. And when I woke up today, I checked the market and I was like, yep, here it is. I checked yesterday and I was like, oh, it's looking eerily similar. And then today I am seeing like record highs on a lot of cards. And you're going to see in this video when we get to the point to when we get to TCG player, you will hear the percentages out loud. You'll be like, am I hearing this correctly? Yes. 150% increases across the board. And even on cards that were already uber expensive, like the manga cards, we're already seeing 10, 11, 12% increase, which is crazy when you think about these cards are already $500 to $1,000+. This is where we are in this current market. It's not going anywhere, and it's not going to get any better. It's probably going to get a lot worse, which is why I'm helping you guys bring these type of videos to you guys, maybe help you guys stay one step ahead. Because I'm always checking to make sure I can get the best deal that I can for myself as a collector. So if this is something that you guys want to continue to see and all that kind of stuff, just do me the really big favor right now. Please hit that like button. That's all I ask. I don't do super chats. I don't do memberships. I don't do any of that stuff. Nothing behind the paywall. All absolutely free. And yes, I am at least trying to stay as vigilant as I can to keep you guys one step ahead. I've been making One Piece videos for over a year now, talking about, hey, you got to get in while you can. Otherwise, the market is going to be oversaturated and run down just like it was for Pokemon, because that energy can't just stay in one place. It has to go somewhere else. So here we are. Let's go ahead and head over to TCG Player and show you guys the cards that are trending up and breaking record highs. All right, so we got a lot of information to get into. The first half of this video is going to be all cards that are trending up, and these are all cards that are just breaking record highs at the moment. So the first thing I want to kind of kick off with this video is I want to start off with these manga cards, because that's the first thing that all collectors and investors are going to dive right into. These cards are already uber expensive, and they're already getting more expensive. So think about a $2,000 to $3,000 or even $1,000 card, right? In between $1,000 to $3,000 card. That's, first of all, it's very expensive to even say out loud, and I can't believe those words are even going to leave my lips. That's already uber expensive. But when you see that even a $1,000 card has a 10% increase on it, you're like, that's a lot. So the first card I really want to take a look at is this one. This is the most expensive card among One Piece collecting. The Monkey D. Luffy alternative manga art from Awakening of the New Era, by the way. What I've always said too about the One Piece, right? The top 5 characters, those are the cards you really want to chase first. That's why I've been bringing a lot of videos, a lot of like budget Luffy cards and Shanks and Nami and Zoros and Ace, because those are going to be the most collectible, sought after characters. Now, you will see this card already. $5,299 is what you can buy right now. If you look at what was recently sold 3 months ago was $2,800, and what recently sold was $3,000. That's already an 8% increase, and then another one sold on September 23rd for $3,100, bringing it up to 10% increase, and now it's even going to be even higher. For $5,000, that's a used car, and that's also a down payment on a brand new car or a down payment on a house, depending on where you live. That is insane, right? But that's what we're looking at. They're all like this right now. Another Monkey D. Luffy, same card, different print. That was the first print. This was the premium booster print. So they even reprinted this card, trying to make this card even cheaper, and it's already failing. 3 months ago, $1,400. Most recently, $1,600, 17% increase, and you can already see what is being offered up at $3,200. Another Monkey D. Luffy manga card. We don't want that. We want near mint. There we go. Manga, A Fist of Divine Speed. 3 months ago was 408, and now most recently selling at 481, 18% increase. And you can see again what is being offered up. I do expect these cards are just continuously trending upward. The next one, Nami. This is another very fan favorite. We all know why. It's because she's got big tits. That's the only reason why everybody likes this card so much. You know, waifus, gooners, whatever. This card right here, 3 months ago, was less than $1,000, $500, half of $1,000. And now most recently, 605, 10% increase, and what is being offered up at $1,200. Insane, man. Portugas the Ace, another manga card. What was sold 3 months ago, 64, and then most recently, 745, 14% increase. What is being offered up, $1,100. Now let's get into some other pretty decent percentage cards. Here's Monkey D. Luffy, the wanted poster. 3 months ago, 110. Most recently sold, 119, 8% increase. That's not that bad, right? Miss All Sunday, 3 months ago, 67. What was recently sold, $109, 61% increase. And you can see what is being offered up. That's another thing too. What is being offered up right now? What is the lowest current listing? Lowest current listing is 130. What was recently sold was 109. So this card is just going to keep going up and up and up. If we can actually hit this right here, you can actually view more data. You can see already the trend line, 119, 110, 114, 124, 125. So it would not stand to be reasoned with that card is going to sell at 130 without a doubt. Another one too. Oh, we already saw that one. We don't need it again. Next one up, another monkey. Here's another thing too. These anniversary promo championship, Bandai does a very good job of dishing out a lot of like obscure random promo cards. Not like Pokemon where it just literally is a promo when you buy a box or something or a tin and you get that promo card. No, nothing like that. Nothing like the ETB promos. No. Bandai does them like continuously throughout, whether it be tournaments, box toppers, whatever it is, man. They do a very good job. Anniversary boxes, like they'll straight up just release a box with nothing but like 8 to 10 promos in a box. Like they do a very, very good job of doing that, and they offer up very unique cards that way. They do a very good job of distributing it. There's a lot of them across the board, and they used to be very, very affordable. Well, until now. Monkey D. Luffy's second anniversary tournament 3 months ago, under $20. Now most recently selling almost at 30, 29.41, 49% increase. Another one, Sanji. This card was trending down for a while. Wings of the Captain. This is a good example, a good litmus test. 1 month ago, $17, and now most recently $27.39, 52% increase. If we take a look at the 3 month statistics on this, $34, and now all the way, it did crash down hard, all the way down to under $20, and now it's shooting right back up. Now it could be because, again, the meta might have changed. I'm not particularly keeping up with the meta. I don't know like what the top decks are or stuff like that. So that does stand to be reasoned with as well. So take, again, sometimes my information with a grain of salt. But that's why I brought you the manga cards first. Because to me, that was the ultimate litmus test. If it goes up a couple percentage here, like 1%, it was sold at $1,100, and then the manga cards sold at $1,400, that was always kind of be the case anyways, because those manga cards were always very, very collectible. But like the Nami that we just saw, it was less than $1,000. And now it's recently selling the lowest listing at $1,200. That is what I'm talking about. That is what we're seeing. The energy is starting to get flown into those collector bros over at Pokemon. That energy now is all the way trickling down to now One Piece, and this is always going to be the case. Next up, another very popular card, Boa Hancock. I had this as a actual golden pick at one point. 500 years in the future. 3 months ago, you could have picked this card up for $11.59, and now most recently, $26.57, 129% increase. Monkey D. Luffy, again, here we go. Bandai Card Games Fest. That's another thing, like I said, they do a very good job with promos. It's a really, really good looking card. You can see the PR rarity right there. It's now 3 months ago, this card was selling for under $20, $18.83, and now most recently, $39.63, 110% increase. Kaido, Alternative Art, Awakening of the New Era. 3 months ago, $385, and now most recently selling at $907, 135% increase. Another Boa Hancock. Premium Card Collection. 3 months ago was under $10 at $660, and now most recently $1360, 104% increase. Gear 2 Alternative Art, A Fist of Divine Speed. Here's another great litmus test. 3 months ago, $47.14, and you can see it was dipping below $40 and trending probably to hit around that $35, maybe even $30 range, and then boop, right back up to $71.29, 51% increase. Another promotional card, Monkey D. Luffy from 2023 Event Pack. 3 months ago was selling at $81.27, and now most recently selling at $198, 144% increase. Monkey D. Luffy, another convention promo. Like I said, you see what I mean? Like they dish out a lot of very, very unique promos. 3 months ago, $13.73, and now most recently selling at $48.34, 252% increase. And last on this list is Shirahoshi, alternative art from Premium Booster. Gorgeous card. 3 months ago was $11, really cheap, right? Well, now most recently selling at $41.97, 177% increase. Those are all the cards that are just breaking record highs right now, and I can probably bring you another 20 cards. Almost every card in One Piece is trending up, and that's how you know that energy is being pulled right out of Pokemon. Flip the script. I'm going to show you guys some cards that are trending down. I do have a golden pick for you guys. So again, like I've been saying in every video previously to this one, do not wait to get in One Piece. There are still opportunities for you guys to get. I've made a video a while back about very affordable PSA 10 cards that you can get from One Piece. I highly recommend checking it out. I'll leave a link down below in the description box. Now let's flip that script. All right, while most cards in the One Piece, if not almost all, are having just record highs, there are some cards, particularly from newer sets and a couple other promotional cards that are also newer, that are starting to trend a little bit down. There's not a lot right now going on. That's again how you can pretty much indicate that this is a bull market run, and that energy, like I'm gonna sound like a broken record, and I do apologize, that energy from Pokemon is now being dragged and pulled over here to One Piece. So these are some cards that are trending down. I do have a golden pick for you as well. Now this one was almost my golden pick. This is also a card I would highly recommend taking a look at. Demon's Aura 9 sword style. These type of artworks, this little additional manga art that are basically taken from pulled from regular rares or uncommon cards, is gorgeous artwork, and they're not getting a lot of love. Think of these cards like full art trainer cards in Pokemon right now, but these ones on a whole nother level because they're just absolutely gorgeous and beautiful in hand. This card about a month ago was almost at $100. It was $94.40, and now it's all the way down to $68.13, 27% decrease. Kid and Killer alternative art. Extra Booster Memorial Collection. And by the way, another good, if you're looking at sealed, Extra Boosters, Memorials, 25th Anniversary Booster Boxes, and Awakening of the New Era. Those would be my top 3 sets to take a look at if you're just into sealed products. But this card a month ago was $29.63, and now it's all the way down to $22.83. We also have Perona Alternative Art Legacy of the Masters. A month ago was almost $50, and now all the way down to $33.83, 30% decrease. Sanji Parallel Empress of the New World. This is a very, very, very affordable card. Definitely take a look at it, and also maybe take a look at what they go for in PSA 10s, because it's also very affordable. This card 3 months ago, $14.26, and now all the way down to $8.38, 41% decrease. And again, Sanji, very popular character among One Piece fans. Dracula Mihawk Alternative Art Legacy of the Masters. We have 3 months ago, $55.41, all the way down now to $31.18, 43% decrease. Trafalgar Law Alternative Art. Same deal, Legacy of the Masters, $21.91, all the way down now to $4.94, 77% decrease. Shirahoshi Event Pack Volume 7. So again, I mentioned a lot of weird looking promos. You're going to see a lot of that as well if you're taking a look at One Piece. But 3 months ago was $48.99, dragged all the way down to $15. And you can see it's coming back up a little bit, now up to $26.25. So if these type of characters, if waifus are your thing, pick up these cards now while you can, because eventually waifu tax season will be coming around the corner, and all the waifus will be going up, especially because a lot of people just absolutely love One Piece waifus. I'm just telling you what it is. You're just going to see a run on that as well. Next up, we have Tony Chopper, offline regional finalist. 3 months ago, this card sold at almost $70, so $69.99, and you can see crashing all the way down to $27.42, 60% decrease. And you can see right now even being offered up even cheaper than that, so that's pretty good. Jewelry Bonnie, offline regional, again, 3 months ago was $27, and now all the way down to $10.10, 62% decrease. Another Trafalgar Law, same deal, 3 months ago, $35, now all the way down to $7.56, 78% decrease. And again, these weird promotional cards, I would just highly take a look at that, especially when you get them under $10 or even $5. At some point, like I said, they're going to be looked at as hey, remember when they did those weird looking promos? One Piece and Bandai do a very good job of distributing that kind of stuff. So you're not going to get this artwork outside of these type of promos. Perona, same deal again. When it first was announced was $12.86, and now all the way down to $4.27. And my golden pick is Monkey D. Luffy Alternative Art from Extra Booster to 25th Collection. A set that I'm very, very high on just for sealed. All the cards in it. I love everything about it. I look at that much like I would look at Pokemon and Evolving Skies. If you know, you know. 3 months ago was $105.42, and now $47.86, 54% decrease. And the reason why it's my golden pick is simply because it's a Luffy card. All Luffy cards at some point are going to be synonymous, much like Pokemon when it comes to Pikachus and Charizards, right? Monkey D. Luffy, the arguably, actually, I don't think it's really much of an argument, but the most sought after and beloved character among One Piece fans. So with that being said, it stands to reason that all Monkey D. Luffys are just going to be uber expensive, graded and not. So that's just my theory on it. We'll see in the next couple of years if I'm wrong about that. But I do think at some point, just you're gonna see like anytime there's a Luffy card or a new Luffy card to be chased, it's going to help carry that set. It's happened every single time, and so when you see a card that's 50% down right now, I would highly recommend picking up any and all Luffy cards. That's just my opinion. If you wanted any advice when it comes to collecting One Piece, it would just be top 5 characters, and if you're not even interested in any of the other 4 characters, the number 1 character to collect will be, and always will be when it comes to One Piece, Monkey D. Luffy. So that's why it is my golden pick. And the last card on this list, Buggy Wings of the Captain, a month ago was 119, and now all the way down to 83.45, 29% decrease. That is it. Like I've been telling you guys for a very, very long time, do not sleep on One Piece. If you want to know when's the time to get in, it's now. Because I thought this was going to happen sometime next year. Did not think it was going to happen in 2025. But I always knew this was going to be the case because that energy from Pokemon is going to get dragged out of there and get pulled somewhere else. And it would not be surprising if it happens again to another set. Let's say Gundam or Magic the Gathering or Lorcana. Like, you're just going to see a lot of this energy now throughout all the card games. So just my theory on all of that. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. If you made this far in the video, please hit that thumbs up button. It's all I ask. I really would appreciate that. And as always, you guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next time.